What's going on? What's going on? Anthony, good afternoon. Yeah, I'm feeling much much better, thank God. Can someone confirm that you guys can hear me just fine? What up, Ryan? Can you hear me? Andrew, what's up, man? Jonathan, what is up? Can someone confirm? Yes. Can you hear me? Yes or no? Loud and clear. Perfect, perfect. So, Hustle Camo or IQ Tour Solid, I'm actually getting ready to film that in the next couple days. I was supposed to film it a couple days ago, but I got COVID, so I haven't been able to leave this room in 5 days. So I don't know. It's going to be hard to pick between a Hustle Camo and an IQ Tour Solid. I think that they're going to be very similar, especially if I keep them both at the same surface. I'm hoping that they're going to be pretty similar because the Hustle Camo is probably my favorite ball right now. So yeah, guys, I'm feeling thankfully um, really really good. The worst it got was some congestion. I lost my taste and my smell for a little bit. I'm starting to smell a few things here and there a little bit more. Starting to taste a little bit more here and there. For whatever reason, I can't taste sourdough bread at all. I've been eating sandwiches every day and can't taste sourdough bread at all. But I like to believe that because I got the vaccine, because I got the booster, it's really helped in me not getting super sick. And that's just what I choose to believe. I'm not a scientist. I don't pretend to be a scientist. I just follow what the science says. And thankfully, I I can say I'm one of the lucky ones that I got COVID and I'm doing just fine. I still haven't left this room in 5 days though. So obviously, I'm struggling to figure out what content I'm going to make on the channel because I can't leave the room. And normally on Wednesdays, I do a live stream of my practice sessions, but there's no practice today because I'm not leaving the house. So I just wanted to come on here and kind of just do like a question and answer. If you guys have any questions about anything, if you want me to compare anything, whatever, you guys just let me know and I'll do my best. Yeah, Scott, it's definitely tough being isolated, especially because my wife is pregnant and my wife is my best friend and I'm used to spending a lot of time with her. So it's that's been the toughest is just being away from my wife for all this time. And then you guys know I'm addicted to bowling. I usually bowl 3 4 times a week and I haven't. Jonathan, I'm trying. Yes, I'm waiting for an email, which I think you know what it is. Luke for sure knows what it is because I've been in contact with him every day. If I get the email in time, then that'll be the topic. If not, I'll still get on anyway. We can chat bowling. Guys, definitely follow Luke Rosdahl. Actually, let me see if I can do this. This is the first time I'm doing this. Looking at my other screen here. Let me see if this works. No. Oh, it works. Perfect. So that link that I left to is to Luke Rosdahl's YouTube channel. He has a show that he does every week um, called The Breakdown Pair with Jonathan Haas. And I've been on it twice now, and I think we're working out a way for me to be on it again this week. Um, Trolling Ewok, time to learn Photoshop. Yes, you have to learn Photoshop so you can help me with my thumbnails. My Photoshop skills suck. Why is the hustle line so damn good? And what's up, fellow CTD family? So the hustle line is okay. Real quick, I'm also not part of CTD anymore. I resigned as of couple days ago. Um, I don't dislike the products. I'm definitely not bashing Ron Hicklin or creating the difference one bit. On the opposite, I really do like his products. The issue, what's up, Bobby? The issue that I had was every time I posted a video with the CTD products and doing the surface changes and stuff like that, I was doing it my own way using, just a regular cleaner instead of the pad life extender or whatever. Just using a regular cleaner, doing it however I wanted to do it. And then I was getting a lot of comments from staffers. What's up, G Junior? Dude, I haven't seen you on the Discord in a while. I sent you a happy birthday message on your birthday on Discord, but you must have not got it. So I was getting a lot of messages from CTD staffers saying, that's not the way you do it. This is the way you should do it. If you're going to be on staff, you should. And guys, it's not that serious for me. I was on staff because I believed in the products and I enjoy being part of a team. But when the team starts to bash the way I'm trying to do things, it just wasn't working for me. So I'm no longer affiliated with Creating the Difference. As of right now, I am only on staff with Coolwick and I am on staff with Turbo. So yeah. Oh, gee, you're good, bro. So why is the hustle line so good? Honestly, I don't know. I know that for my game personally, I know that I really like the weaker cores, meaning the higher RGs, medium to low differential balls with strong covers. And that's exactly what the excuse me. And that's exactly what the hustles have been, especially lately. Like that camo, man, that cover is freaky strong for a ball that's $99. Actually, I keep saying the price different. Let me look up. How much a hustle camo actually costs. And then, guys, because I'm on staff with Coolwick, that's where I get my affiliations with Bowler Smart. So yeah, the hustle camo is $99, which is ups like insanely cheap. Let me put one here. Copy, paste. So this link that I'm putting here in the chat is a link where you can order a hustle camo. In my opinion, it is the absolute best bang for your buck on the market. Period. The end. So, Brian, sorry to hear that, buddy. No, it's okay, dude. I'm not sad about it at all. As a matter of fact, please hold. All right, I got my bowling back here. As a matter of fact, this Powerhouse Clean and Dull is actually my absolute favorite ball cleaner. And CTD is pretty against that cleaner. So I one of the reasons I'm pretty excited to no longer be affiliated with them is that I can start using that cleaner again. CTD sometimes come across like a cult. Yeah, Bill. That's kind of what I've noticed too, but it's weird because it's not really coming from the top. I mean, Ron Hicklin's a genius if you think about it. Everyone in the bowling industry wants to be on staff with someone some capacity. So he just turned it into a membership. You're on staff, you pay me X amount of dollars per month, you get product. Seems like pretty genius. Andre, I roll the hustle wine and love it. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I'm hearing that the hustle wine is like a little mini High Road Pearl. And I have been loving the High Road Pearl lately. So I definitely think that I need to get one. You could actually build a house arsenal around the hustle line. Actually, yeah. I think the next hustle that I want to get is the PBR. I think I want to try one because a lot of people have been asking me how the PBR compares um, to the Hustle Camo. I want to get that. I have a 900 Global Ordnance C4 on the way. I really like the Wolverine, and it's a hybrid version of the cover that's on the Wolverine. So I got one of those coming. I also want to get those burners, especially the burner solid, because I drilled the Electrify solid and I liked it. I drilled the Hustle Camo and it's freaking amazing. So the next one is that burner solid. Shout out to Jonathan Haas. Thanks for the Coolwick jersey. Dude, Jonathan Haas is amazing. I'm a fan. I mean, Jonathan, I don't know if you're still watching, but I'm a fan of yours, dude. Big time. That's so crazy. As a staff with CTD, that's kind of horrible. The other staffers. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, that's all I can say. Try the hustle wrap. Let's see. Which one is the hustle wrap? Is that the red and purple? Is that what that stands for? Let's look it up. Hustle wrap. Hustle Royal Aqua and Purple. I'm down. DTC S20 Pearl. So is that like the Pearl version of the um, Hustle PBR, Hustle Camo? Yeah, yeah. Clean and dull. Only on the sanded stuff is what I would use it on. Anthony, if I was going to go away from a motive ball recommendation, um, probably an IQ Tour. I know you like the Venom Shock, so IQ Tour would probably be like the first one to start with. Some of my favorite balls, excuse me, IQ Tour, High Road Pearl, 900 Global Zen, 900 Global Alter Reality, Reality. Those would probably be the ones that I would start with. I wouldn't start with some random one. By the way, I love your videos, Andre. Thank you so much. Big shim drill. Yeah, so that was another thing um, that I didn't particularly love when I was on CTD. They had an opportunity to review a bowling ball before its release date, and for X amount of dollars, I'm not going to disclose that kind of information, but they wouldn't tell us what the name of the ball was, what company it came from, or anything. And then when I questioned, hey, like, what's the, at least give me the name of the company so I know if it's worth it so I can review it on my channel. And they wouldn't even tell me that. So, and it ended up being the Big Shim. So I'm glad I didn't do that. Nothing against big bowling. I mean, I've drilled two big bowling balls. The Shim Wrecker? No, yeah, the Shimwrecker and the Idea Solid, and I loved the Shimwrecker. Ryan Voigt, what about the Purple Hammer? Yeah, yeah, the Purple Hammer is good. But he was saying, um, oh yeah, okay, yeah, he didn't say it's particularly SPI. Yeah, Anthony, if you like Urethane, definitely try a Purple Hammer. Brian, if you want to throw a big bowling ball, I would try and get the Shimwrecker. That one was really good. Any plans to record more Brands of Brunswick stuff? Yeah, so I'm definitely not. Um, I'm definitely not against reviewing more of the Brands of Brunswick balls, but I'm a free agent, guys. So yeah, UC3 is a goat. So because I'm a free agent, every single bowling ball that I have to either pay for or I have to trade for, or basically it. So before I was on staff with Motive, I threw nothing but Storm, right? So when I became a free agent, pretty much just went back to throwing what I already knew. I hadn't thrown a Brands of Brunswick ball in years. So if I'm gonna be the one paying for the bowling balls, then I'm gonna pay for the stuff that I want to throw. And that's not I'm not knocking oh god, COVID Lou Shimwrecker. That is hilarious. COVID Lou in the house. So yeah, so I'm like I said, I'm not opposed or against reviewing the Brands of Brunswick balls. Yo, that was hilarious, Shimwrecker. COVID Lou in the house. Oh god. Trend 2 thoughts. Actually, Bill, I don't know if you saw the video that I just posted Let me find it here. I just posted this video. All right, let me find this here. Paste. Bill, so in this video that I just linked, I talked about the trend 2 and why it ended up being in like that middle category. And when I first reviewed it, it was bananas. I mean, I had like 19 in a row at one point with that, or like the first 19 ever with that ball were all strikes, and I freaking loved it. And then since then, it's kind of just like taken a step back to a couple other balls. Like I really like the High Road Pearl just so much more, and it's the trend 2. I throw it in very similar situations as the High Road Pearl. Yeah, I still can't stop laughing at that. COVID Lou, that's funny. Yeah, Bobby, the 2.0 was pretty good. Do I still like the purple tank? Yes, the purple tank is not. It's not a bad ball. It's just not. It's not my favorite urethane ball. It's very very early, like it's supposed to be, but it really struggles down lane, and that's been my biggest issue with it. Which is why the UC3 is just too good. I mean, it's just as early, and it shapes way way more. Any reviews on swag bowling? Absolutely not. And that has nothing to do with swag bowling. I like what they're doing. I actually reached out to them twice, and both times they kind of just ghosted me, you know. So whatever. So no, definitely not any swag bowling balls in the future. Um, hey bro, when you gonna feel better? Start bowling, dude. Hopefully soon, man. I am ready to get out of the house. I am hating being stuck in here. Um, you gotta let me help you with it. Yes, Brian. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I need some good pictures. I need a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, Haas definitely struggles big time down lane. So the problem with the purple tank that I've had, and you know, when I was on staff, I was locked into only throwing the purple tank. The problem is that on the fresh, it's really, really good. But when I was on staff with Motive, it forced me out of urethane faster than the people who weren't throwing only the purple tank, if that makes sense. Like the the guys that were throwing like purple hammers, pitch blacks, pitch purples even at the time. Now, I mean the UC3 now, but not then, they would be able to stay in the purple hammer, in the pitch black, in the fast pitch, in the pitch purple, for 1 or 2 games longer than I could. And then that's a problem because for 1 or 2 games, I'm struggling to figure out where I'm trying to play with urethane, where these guys are still playing the same part of the lane with urethane. So I really believe that the purple tank on the fresh is one of the better urethane balls, but it forces me out of it too fast. That's the problem. Have you gotten to throw an iron forge? No, Anthony, I never drilled an iron forge. I reviewed it on the channel with Michael Martell. He was in town for when him and I bowled the member non-member doubles. So I filmed him reviewing it, and I never drilled it. Bill, red pearl hammer urethane coming soon. Some say might even be the new version of the purple. Yes, it actually is coming. I believe there's a red pearl, there's a purple solid, and there's a black coming. I think it was 3 of them that are coming. Here's a question for you. Obviously, you've drilled a lot of stuff since you went free agency. What's been one of the biggest surprises for you? Something you've loved but didn't expect to? Honestly, the UC3. I was terribly afraid of drilling a UC3 because I had a hot cell back in the day, and that was like hot garbage. So the UC3 was very, very surprising. And then another like surprising thing was when I threw some of the Brunswick stuff. I hadn't thrown one in like 8 years. So balls like what was that one that surprised me? The blue one. God damn it, what's it called? Hold on. Someone help me out. Blue one, I reviewed it on the channel, shaped like crazy. No, not the Power Torque. It was a Brunswick ball. Melee Jab. There we go. The Melee Jab Midnight Blue. That one surprised me too. All you ever hear from Brunswick is that they are very smooth. Don't shape down lane. Don't shape down lane. And I threw that, and that one really shaped. That one surprised me. Let me look here at my list of stuff that I've drilled. Hold on. My wife just texted me. Let me text her back. All right. What else? Actually, you know what ball surprised me for the other reason is the Zen Master. The Zen was probably my favorite ball I drilled this year of any brand in a long time. So when the Zen Master got announced, I was super excited. Um, I was super excited for the Zen Master, and it was pretty bad. So that one surprised me. All right, hold on here. I gotta send my buddy. Oh yeah. Luke loves the Zen Master. I gotta send some cash here to my buddy Ryan. Ryan, because I need this ASAP. Hey Danny, what's up, man? All right, Ryan, if you're still watching, the money is sent. All right, let me see. Do you still throw the daddy ball desert tank? No, I do not. I have not thrown a motive ball since the Super Enzo. No, that's not true. I drilled a Pride. So since the Pride, I had stopped throwing the desert tank for a while before that because when I got on short, I couldn't play as straight as I wanted to on shore with the desert tank. Desert tank is still one of my all-time favorite balls. That's don't think I'm trying to backtrack that at all. That's what I wanted to hear. Swag, thumbs down. Yeah, swag, thumbs down. Are you gonna do your favorite Brunswick balls of 2021? I drilled like 8 of them, so probably not. But I don't mind putting. Maybe I'll do like a quick video on that. Waiting on my phase two after you suggested over the Black Widow. Yeah, phase two is just a go. For all the hammers overseas now. When we gonna do YouTuber versus who you're for $1 a game? Maybe make it interesting by picking what the other guy throws. Yeah, I'm down, 100%. Power. Looking forward to trying Odyssey. Yeah, I mean the Trident Odyssey. My big thing with the Odyssey is I just hope it shapes. That's the biggest thing. My go-to ball in my bag is Dark Code and Zen Master. We are total opposites. Yeah, Dark Code and Zen Master were in my hate list. That's so funny. UC3 equals Desert Tank on roids. Dude, yes. When I first threw the Desert Tank, the first thing I wished was I wish that Ricky stop it. Ricky Overton, Motive brand ambassador in the house. So when I first threw the desert tank, I'm like, man, I really wish we'd get this in an asymmetrical core, or not, maybe not even an asim core, just something that's gonna shape. At least comb your hair. No, dude, I'm in isolation, man. Who cares? You guys are lucky I'm even wearing a t-shirt. All right, let's see. Saw your rating video for SPI. How did you rate the Pride compared to that line? So the Pride would probably be in that category. I drilled it, reviewed it, and then gave it away. So I didn't love it. The viewers care. Yeah, that's true. Favorite Michigan ball video includes 7 brands and motive. Michigan? No, Brunswick is made in Mexico. Sorry. Yeah, thankful for shirts. You guys are lucky I'm wearing a shirt. All right, so we're at 50-ish people watching right now. I'm gonna do my first little trivia question here. Okay, so first person to get the answer correct is going to win a quick ship jersey from Coolwick, from any company that they want. And all I ask is that if you win, send me a message on Facebook, or text me or whatever. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, I'm wearing a Storm honeycomb. This is also a quick ship jersey. So if you guys get this question right that I'm going to give you, send me a message on Facebook, text me on Instagram. Yeah, Ryan, C. Ryan's the winner. Always pick C. No, it's not going to be multiple choice. So let me look this up. Let me look this up on my phone here. I hope you have pants on. Well, we're about to find out. Am I wearing pants? Yeah, I'm wearing shorts. Oh, that would have been an awkward. This thing would have. All right, so in the video I posted, let's go to my content here. On my tier list, how many bowling balls did I include in that tier list? First one to get it right is the winner. 6, 5, no, way more than that. No. I honestly don't even know what the correct answer is. So let me look this up. So the correct answer is 27. So Marlo, you are the winner. Marlo was the first person to guess 27. So Marlo was the first one here on my. So Marlo Huff, send me a message, either right now or after the stream, with um, with what quick ship design you want. So guys, you guys can stop guessing. There's already been there's already been a winner. Um, yeah. All right. Let me look for another one. So that's one. And then in the meantime, guys, if you guys want to ask me a few more questions, in the meantime, we'll do that. Yeah, we're only paying first place though. Marlo was the first one that got it right. Ryan Voigt guessed 27 as the second one. Two-Handed Beast, Shimwrecker, you guys all got it right, but you know, what's up? How you doing with COVID? I just got over it. It's not a fun time. Nick, dude, it absolutely sucks. Also, Nick Brown, guys, he runs a Facebook page called Storm Rotogrip Bowling Balls for Sale, and he also runs a 900 Global Bowling Balls for Sale page on Facebook. Definitely go check that page out if you guys are interested in Discontinued, internet. I know that, dude, a lot of people were not bashing, but saying that I hate Nick Brown because I said that don't buy international balls. But definitely check out that page. He does a really good job. There's like 20,000 people in that group. So basically anything you're looking for, you're going to find it there. I found, actually on that page, actually on the Storm Rotogrip Bowling Balls for Sale page, I found someone to sell me this baby right here. I can smell it, so that means it's getting good. And look at this, undrilled. Damn. So, guys, the second I get out of isolation, I'm drilling this ball. Let me know here in the comments if you guys want me to drill that Alpha Crux. Do you have a YouTube bowling personality that you would like to bowl against? For example, Luke, Dougie, J.R. Raymond? Absolutely not. So I did a video, me versus Luke in a 6-shot challenge a while back ago. Luke is turning into one of my best friends. I really enjoy talking to him, and he helps me a ton with this YouTube thing. So I would pick Luke just because of that, just the friendship, the camaraderie. I would actually love to get out to Kansas City and shoot some content with Jonathan Haas and Luke. I think the Dougie Vision one is a little bit different than what I'm into. The Dougie Vision, I love what he's doing with the like the pot games and stuff. But for me, I'm going more the YouTuber route. Another one, I think it'd be amazing to shoot some content with the JR Pro Shop guys in Canada. Jordan Hung is another one of those guys who's turning into a good buddy of mine. I'd love to shoot content with him. What else? Ricky, when are we making a video? Dude, you're the one who takes freaking forever. Ricky will get a ball and not drill it for weeks. Guys, it drives me crazy. We could have been drilled content, Ricky. Yeah, if you're not first, you're last. Lewis, can you discuss your change in arm swing from a year ago? Your backswing was shorter and now it's way up there. And okay, so I was actually just having this conversation with Jameson Payton, who is an amazing friend of mine, probably one of my best friends. And what we figured out was it's not really my backswing getting higher, it's my spine tilt. So before I was a little bit more upright, so my swing was more level. All right. So if that makes sense. So what's happening now is that as my spine tilt is getting more and more forward, my swing is also getting higher. So it's level. So before I used to be level with my head nice and level, but now I'm more spine tilt. If you see, my arm swing didn't get any higher. It's just that as I my bend my spine, my swing's getting higher. So that's something that I want to work on as soon as I get back on the lanes is maybe bending my knee more, keeping my spine a little bit taller, being a little bit taller on the lanes instead of bending over so much. I'm gonna turn into DJ Archer. Yeah, yeah. Alpha Crux is my baby. You and Ricky Storm versus Motive video needs to happen. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't mind bowling against Ricky. He's another one of my best friends here in Vegas. Man, I really need help on making buckets. Got any tips? I'm a lefty. Yeah, practice, 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 practice. Danny Murray. Damn, I deleted my Facebook. Psh, better turn it back on. Alpha Crux is going to be good on the lanes. I say drill it. 100%. It's getting drilled. 100%. Oh, let me see here. Take on a two-hander. I'm actually in the process of um I'm in the process of getting ready to shoot some content with a Brunswick staffer here in Vegas, Ari Wilson, who's a two-hander. I don't know if you guys know him. How about DH Bowling? I don't know who DH Bowling is. Let me look up DH Bowling though before I start talking all this mess. I mean, basically, I'll collab with anyone except J.R. Raymond. If that's sorry, whatever. DH is that the Canadian people? DH Bowling. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'd be down. I'd be down to shoot with them too. They do really good stuff. Yes, I know. Okay, I know who that is. Dude, their thumbnail game. Dude, my thumbnails suck. All right, let me see. Do you think you will consider practicing different hand positions and releases? Yes, I always do. Always do. Any drama you're willing to share on why not J.R. Raymond? No. No, I will not get into the topic of Mr. Raymond. Lou, I'll shoot you a message as I get closer to going out to Vegas for nationals. We should link up 100%. Let's make it happen. How about Jason Eubanks hit it harder? Hell yeah. Hit it. Hashtag hit it harder. I would love to shoot with him just because his rev rate is a gazillion more than me. Yeah, I mean, I'm basically not opposed to shooting content with anyone. I my big thing on YouTube is to just um my big thing on YouTube is to find a way to do this full time, okay? Because I've been telling you guys that my goal is to do YouTube full time. And the reason I want to do that full time is because I got a kid on the way and I want to be able to spend all the time with my kid or as much time with my kid as possible. Currently, I work in a casino here in Las Vegas, and if I want a day off, it's basically not up to me ever. I always have to request it, and it could just be denied for any reason. And I don't want that lifestyle. I don't want to live that lifestyle with my son on the way. I've wanted a kid. Excuse me. I've wanted a kid my entire life, and now I finally have one, and I want to be able to be the father to that kid that I want to be. And if I do YouTube full time, that'll allow me to spend way more time with my son and show my son that you can make it on your own, that you don't have to go and clock in at a 9 to 5, or in my case, I work 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. You don't have to go work for someone else, so you can make it on your own. Doesn't necessarily have to be on YouTube, but that you can make it on your own. And that's my big thing. All right. Is the burner solid comparable to a hustle camo? I really have no room for more gear in my house. So, I mean, I haven't thrown a burner solid, so directly, I won't directly um, touch that topic. But I know that like the burner solid, the electrify solid, and the hustle camo, they're all like in the same category. They're all shiny or polished solids that have similar core numbers. So I'd imagine that they're going to be at least similar. I'll know more once I drill a burner solid. What's the biggest surprise of the year for bowling for you? The thing that worked out that you did not think it would? Honestly, Anthony, YouTube. Um, this year has been, man, unbelievable. It's been crazy. So last year around this time, I posted on Facebook that I got to 2,020 subscribers, and I was ecstatic. I'm like, dude, I got my first 1,000. Now I got my second 1,000, and I was just completely mind blown by that. And then this year, I've gained over 5,000 subscribers this year alone. So to me, that's been the biggest thing, and I'm very humbled by that. And like I always tell you guys in every single video, I can't do that without you guys. And I really appreciate it. That dude is great. His energy is awesome. Are you talking about Jason Eubanks or who are we talking about there? Congratulations. Thank you. Can I message you to see when you don't want to on why? No, Deja, no. It's kind of like when people ask me why I left Motive, I tell them the same. I give them the same answer. Everyone that needs to know already knows. So yeah, you say that now about the child. Wait until you don't want to escape. Yeah, I mean maybe, but as a teacher for 38 years, I am all for strong dads. Kudos to you. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you saying that. It's a strange world that we grew up in, where before it was the mother raised the kid the entire time and the dad just went to work. And I don't want that to be like that, at least for my kid. You know what I mean? Still do the 6 hour practice? Yeah, from time to time. Time to time. I ordered a mix and a face two through your link in the past couple months. Your channel is awesome. Hope you can make it full time. Danny, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. All right, so let's ask the next question. There's going to be, like I said, I'm going to give away three, at least three jerseys in this stream because I have a lot of giveaway budget to go through, and I want to use it all. I don't want to lose any of that giveaway credit. Being a father is the most rewarding experience you will have. I hope so. I definitely hope so. I did not have the greatest fathers or the greatest dad, so. Ricky, you want one, huh? Well, you better get this answer right. So, the Alpha Crux is one of my favorite balls that I've ever had. Okay. How many 300s have I bowled with the Alpha Crux? I bowled. First one to get it right is the winner. In your opinion, three, no, three, no, three, no, five, five, five. G, you're the winner. Five. He's the first one here to guess five. Sorry, I got a couple text messages coming in here. So, G, you're the winner. Message me on Facebook or on Discord or Instagram, whatever. I'll make sure to get you a jersey. All right, let me see. Hold on, guys. I'm just sending a quick text message. All right, let me see here. So yeah, G, just message me. I'll make sure to get you a any quick ship jersey. In your opinion, closest core to the one in the RST X1 and the RST X2. So the closest core to the X1 and X2 is the X1 and the X2. I mean, it's still around. Tanner, man, that was close. It was 11 total, 5 with the Alpha. Where do I pick the design? So here, let me go to Coolwick's website for you, G. Just jerseys, quick ship. All right. So if anybody wins, this link here will take you. If anybody wins, the link that I just posted has a it'll take you directly to where the quick ship jerseys are. So that'll be the look again according to chat visual. David, I don't understand what you mean by that. Parallax sinus, yeah. There's a lag. G guess is showing before yours on my screen. Yeah, so I can only go by what my screen says. And so on my screen, the order that I'm seeing is Brian Wolf 3, Shimwrecker 3, the Royal 19 3, G Junior 5, Ricky Overton 3, David Chamberlain 5, Glenn 14, Jarvis 3, Anthony Moore 6, so on and so forth. So that's the only thing I could do that with. If you could pick one ball to be remade, what would it be? Mine is the Storm Passion, first 300 and 800. Honestly, if I can pick any ball to be remade, it would probably be the Alpha Crux. And the reason I say that is because it is $500, and that is an absurd amount of money. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, and I used to play the Pokemon card game a lot. I actually have some of my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards here. I don't know if you guys are gonna think I'm like a nerd or anything, but anyway, so in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, sometimes a card would come out and it would be like crazy expensive, $150, $200 for a piece of cardboard. And then Konami, the company that makes Yu-Gi-Oh, would remake the card. And then if they remade the card, the price would just plummet for the resale market. You and Darren Tang would get along great. Yeah, I mean, Darren's a cool guy. Him and I chat every once in a while. We're not the best of friends, but we chat every once in a while. So I wish that they would do that with the Alpha Crux. So Storm did it with the Marvel Pearl where they re-released it, and they so I don't know if they ever will. All right, let's see here. Have you thrown the maximum results? No. If you can combine any core and any cover, what would it be? Any core, any cover. I don't know. I don't know. Let me get back to you on that. Yu-Gi-Oh, yes. Yeah, back in the day, man. I'm not even back. Like I played like actual Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I played I competed in a bunch of YCSs. I final tabled a YCS. Last match would have been in top 8. So I used to play pretty serious back in the day. I'm a Magic the Gathering dealer. I buy and sell. I have a 30-year-old top population graded copies from the first set. Nice. Lewis is probably in the doghouse for the alpha. Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, but yeah. Hey Lou, how's it going? Coming back from bowling after 10 years, and I loved your info on the motive balls. Hey Jason, I appreciate it. I got some pretty good content up there for um, some of the other brands, Storm, Rotogrip, 900 Global. I did some Brunswick. I did some Radical. I did some. I think I did one Ebonite. Yeah, so I have a couple of different brands up there too. Can you guys still hear me? I just got a phone call on my computer. I want to make sure it didn't throw me off the stream. Just a quick confirm. You guys can still hear me? Okay, perfect. Whew, that scared me. All right. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Let's go back to where this was. Maximum results, no. No. Am I considering drilling the phase 3? Yes. 100%. I had the original phase, loved the phase 2, and then the phase 4 is coming. I mean, I see rumors of it all over the internet. So I definitely want to drill a favorite, or I want to drill a phase 3 before the phase 4 comes out. Let me see. What is the best Rubicon? So I didn't drill the Rubicon UC or the Rubicon or the UC2. I only had the UC3, so I have to say UC3 by default. Have you seen any polished Helios balls go down the lanes? Yes, we can hear you. So I have, and I don't know. To me, what makes the Helios so good is that it's so early, so round, so continuous. So because of that, I don't see a point to polishing it. Like you're taking away what makes it so good. Favorite brand? That's tough, man, because there's so many good brands. I mean, are you talking about like specific brands, or are you talking about like SPI as one, Brands of Brunswick as one? Is that what you're talking about, or are you talking about like specific brand? Do you know how I can get an IQ Tour Emerald? Yeah, go on Facebook, look up a Facebook group called Storm Rotogrip Bowling Balls for Sale, and then in that group, you're going to post that you're looking for an IQ Emerald, and you will get 15 people that will tell you that they have one, and they're going to charge you $180 shipped. I've watched most of your videos and enjoy all your ball reviews from the companies. Jason, I appreciate you saying that. What would be a good urethane ball to complement my new Motive Pride as a left-handed bowler? So as a lefty, I have a very, 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 very hard time saying anything except for Purple Hammer. So probably going to do that. Do you think jumping from Zen to the High Road Pearl is too big of a ball jump during league? No. I think that those would be a pretty good little 1-2 combo. Again, it's going to depend on what the lanes are giving you. But going from a Zen that's a little bit earlier into something that's so clean like the High Road Pearl should be a good transition. It's just going to depend how much transition you're experiencing in the middle part of the lane. Yeah, Purple Hammer and UC3. Yeah, so another thing, George, is that go back and watch some of my league live streams. Ryan is a lefty, and he throws Purple Hammer and UC3, so you can get a pretty good understanding there. Deja Bowler specific. It's probably going to be a toss-up between Storm and 900 Global. Those are probably my two favorite brands, and the reason, like, Storm is because they just come out with great ball after great ball after great ball, and then 900 Global because, I mean, the Reality, the Ultra Reality, the Zen, those have been just money balls for me. So probably the 900 Global, Storm, probably be my two favorite brands. How can you be awesome like Ryan? You can't, bro. You can't. Ryan's the man. He's the GOAT. Favorite ball of all time. Oh my God, I get this question so much. Um, I don't know because it's tough, man, because some of those balls have been discontinued for a long time and I haven't thrown them in a long time. But I'll tell you some of my favorite balls of all time. Okay, so the Desert Tank is up there. IQ Tour Solid is up there. Venom Shock is up there. Alpha Crux is up there always. Marvel S is up there as one of my favorite balls of all time. Um, Actually, the Marvel S was my first 300 in Las Vegas. No, it was either the Marvel S or the IQ Tour Nano were my first 300 here in Las Vegas. Um, Phase two is up there. I mean, it's not my favorite ball of all time. So when I think of like favorite, when I think of favorite ball of all time, I think of bowling balls that I've had a lot of memories with, like really strong memories. So the Alpha Crux, I shot in a no tap tournament with only 3 no tap strikes. I shot 878, including a natural 300 with an Alpha Crux the day before I got married, or 2 days before I got married. So that ball, and I shot 5 300s with it, and I cashed my first regional with it where I threw it for 8 games. So it's tough to not put that one up there. I mean, my high series ever was with the Desert Tank. I shot 826. Um, so it's hard for me to pick just one. So those are some of my favorite balls of all time. Any chance of a tier including all brands, not just Storm products? So Flex, yes, or that was the intent behind that tier list video, but the website that I used only allowed me to use 20 megabytes of upload for images or something like that. So if I used all the Storm ones, it ended up being like 19. And I didn't want to not include some from some brands, but include some from others, because then it would feel too dishonest. It would feel like I was picking and choosing what balls would be in that list. So that's why I just said, okay, I'll just only do the SPI brand and do that. All right, let me see. Thank you very much. I do watch all your videos, and when you're bowling league, I will go back and watch your team and use the Purple Hammer. Yeah, Purple Hammer and the UC3. The one thing that we have, the one thing that me and Ryan figured out about the UC3 for him specifically in league is that if he starts with the Purple Hammer from a little bit straighter, and then instead of moving even straighter as the oil starts to carry down, he would get into the UC3 and create a little bit more shape. And I think that's something that we really like figured out. And the last week or the last time we bowled league, that's what we figured out, and it was a really good, nice little combo. So that's really what I'd be taking a look at. Let me see. Do you still believe the Jackal Ghost is one of the greats? I believe that it's an all-time great for motive. But the problem is that while the Jackal Ghost absolutely is the most shape out of a motive asymmetrical solid, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't shape like, for example, a 900 Global Reality. The 900 Global Reality would be classified or would be put in the same category as a Jackal Ghost. But in my opinion, the Reality is just, it's a little bit stronger. It comes off the spot a little bit more continuous. It doesn't want to be as forward. And again, guys, I'm not bashing Motive. I'm not bashing the Jackal Ghost. The 4 years that I was with Motive was absolutely amazing. So, just joined. Can you talk about the reason why you stepped away from Motive? No. Again, when people ask me that question, I give the same answer, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm being negative or aggressive or anything. But everyone that needs to know why I left Motive already knows, and because of that, like don't take that as a as a knock or as any kind of negative towards anyone specifically. But anyone that needs to know already knows. I will tell you though that it had 0% to do with the actual bowling balls. Who is the best bowler on the PBA tour right now? Well, the best bowler on planet Earth has been Jason Belmonte for a long time. But I will tell you that I think one of my favorite bowlers on the PBA tour, and I think ultimately can be one of the greats, could be Chris Prather. That kid is freaking phenomenal. But when I think of like some of the best bowlers on the PBA tour, like Jason Belmonte, EJ Tackett, Anthony Simonson, Sean Rash is an all-time great also. Stuff like that. All right. What are your thoughts on the USB rule change forcing the Purple Hammer to be discontinued at the end of June? I have not. I have no idea what you're talking about. Mr. Sabby, if you can leave a link to that, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Any ball you didn't like that the more you use, you really liked more? I'm looking away because I'm looking at my list. Maybe the Honey Badger Intensity when I first no, I don't know. Again, that's the Rotogrip RSTX1. When I first drilled it, I didn't love it right away, but then the more and more I threw it, and as the cover started to absorb a little bit more oil, I started to like that a little bit more. So that's the one right there. Any tips on the best way to drill the Purple Hammer since I currently have it prior to 15 pounds of the pin down? George, so because you're talking about pin up and pin down, means you probably don't know about like the pin to pap and stuff like that. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your pro shop and figure out what your positive access point is and then go from there. So for me, with urethane, I drill all my urethane balls the same, which let me get the specific number here. I always freaking forget. I drill at 45 by 3 3/8 by 15. So the 3 3/8 is going to be a maximum flare potential, which is what you want out of a urethane ball. And then the 15 is the VAL angle. And then the lower that number, the more down lane motion the ball is going to try to produce. So that's what I always go. So 45 by 3 3/8 by 15. All YouTubers have gossip and drama though. Yeah. Yeah, we all do, but I'm not gonna I don't spread gossip. For me, the big thing with YouTube is I don't consider anyone on YouTube to be competition. Luke Rosedal, Darren Tang, even J.R. Raymond. I don't consider any of them competition because the more viewers that I get means the more viewers that Luke's going to get, that Darren's going to get, that Sarah Klassen's going to get. And that's just the way I see it. The guys leading the pack is Brad and Kyle. They have over 100,000 subscribers. So to me, there's 100,000 people that are subscribed to a bowling channel. Okay. So that tells me that I'm not competing with Brad and Kyle. I'm trying to be at the same level as Brad and Kyle. So like when people say, "Oh, you don't want to collab with them because they're your competition," or dude, I'll collab with anybody except for J.R. Raymond. And the reason is because where I'm not trying to steal anyone's viewers. The same people who like internally, I can see what videos are recommending my videos the most. And a lot of times it's not my videos that are recommending them, it's other people's. So the same people who are watching Luke review, for example, the Hustle Camo, are those same people can watch my videos. Those same people can watch JR Pro Shops videos. Those same people can watch Darren Tang's videos. So yeah, let me see. I just found your channel a couple days ago. Hey, Kaboy, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kyle Troop, yeah. Oh, how can I forget Kyle Troop? Player of the year. You know, he's the player of the year until he's not. So yeah. Gotta do some errands before league tonight. Keep up the good work. Hey Richard, thank you for coming through. I hear Sean Ration thing of the water, but yeah. The you wanna F with everyone? Yeah, that was great. Take that, you bottle. Yeah. Are we getting a ball review for the Nova and the Spectre? Yes, 100%. As soon as I can get them. As soon as I can get them. Sometimes I get them earlier than others, but yes. YouTubers are humans. Yeah, can you believe that? I'm a freaking human. Can I join the Nova and Spectre ball review if it happens? Join like come watch or come review? Because yeah. Do you believe it makes a difference to the 14, 15, 16? So here's my argument with the 14, 15, 16. The old thinking was I want to throw a 16-pound ball because it's the most amount of weight, go through the pin, blah, 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 blah. If 16 pounds, if 16 pounds really was better as far as pin carry, then the pros would all be throwing 16, period, the end, when the reality is that they're just not. The vast majority of the professionals in the PBA Tour are throwing 15 pounds. So what's the biggest bowling thing lesson that you learned this year? Anthony, slow feet, fast out. That is the biggest thing I learned this year. And Ryan will tell you, when I keep my feet slow and my follow through fast, that's when I am at my absolute best. Slow feet, fast out. October 22nd, USBC changed the minimum hardness to 73D as of 12/31/2020. It also stated that production of all balls previously. Yeah, so this is the first I'm hearing about that. You're the first person I've ever seen talk about that, so I'm not really sure. Same people who watch you. Yeah, Danny, that's the biggest thing. I don't consider anyone competition. All the other YouTubers are just we're all like a same team. Like I said, no one is competition because me as a YouTuber, right? I watch every single video that Darren Tang posts, Luke Rosdahl posts, JR Pro Shop posts, every single one. And the reason is because we're all just YouTubers. I am obsessed with bowling. I'm obsessed with YouTube, and I support everyone. Let me see. You should do a collab with Jared Raymond over an Excel. Yeah. Over who has the better Excel spreadsheet. Chris, stop that. Come on, man. Any chance of a UC3 versus Desert Tank video? No, absolutely not. Desert Tank is discontinued, and I don't own one. Lou is a human? I doubt that. Yeah, I'm a robot. All right, so let's I think it's time we start answering another question to give away another jersey. What would be one ball that is discontinued that you wish you could do a review on? Mine would be the Storm Prodigy. Something like from like the golden era of when I first started bowling, something like a virtual gravity nano, I think would be really cool. A Prodigy would be really cool. Oh no, what was that? The first ever reactive ball, the Excalibur, I think is what it's called. Is that what it's called? The very first reactive ball was the Excalibur. I would love to review something like that, something from like a long time ago. All right, let's see. I found you from Luke. Hey, Jesse, see? And I'm sure that you didn't stop watching Luke. You still watch both of us. You know what I mean? 15 hooks more than 16 and 14. Actually, Ricky, the differential in a lot of the 14-pound balls ends up being a little higher sometimes. I'm back with Jamise. Yeah, slow feet, fast out, bro. That's it. Where am I at? Where am I at? Did Ryan retire his Venom recoil? God, I hope so. Let me see. Yeah, you guys should practice on Sunday without me. All right, so I just watched the first victory on the PB on Facebook minutes before this started. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good question. You guys are ready? Let me know in the comments if you guys are ready for this question. Um, it might be a while. Tips that hit it harder. Watch Jason Eubanks. I think that this question is going to be tough. So the question. I started bowling in 2008. 2008. What was the very first bowling ball that I ever drilled? First bowling ball that I ever drilled in 2008. Ready, set, go. Black Beauty? No, God, no. No. Sherlock? No. Sherlock came out way after that. Tropical Storm? No. That's a good guess though, because that ends up being a lot of people's first one. No. House ball? No. Like first actual bowling ball. It was a bowling ball that I bought in a pro shop. Storm X Factor? No. Resurgence? No. Game Breaker? No, but close. I think like the third bowling ball or fourth bowling ball I ever drilled was the Playmaker, so that's close. High Road? No. That's a really good guess because it came out right around that time. No. X Factor? No. Storm Hit? No. Rhino? No. Big Hit? No. Surefire? No. But dude, my buddy Joel had this Spitfire back in the day. Dude, he Cell? No. Sherlock? No. No. Vapor Zone? No. Street Rod? No. Storm Passion? No. I don't even know what was out in 2008. Yeah, that's the problem is that a lot of people don't even know what was out around that time. I'm old, but it's a blur. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of the bowling balls. When is the baby coming? The baby is due in March. El Nino, no. Secret Agent, no. Virtual Gravity, no. LT48, no. La Nina, no. Rapid Fire Pearl, no. AMF Cobra, no. Virtual Gravity, no. Buzz Bomb, no. I don't remember anything good from back then. It wasn't even that good of a ball. Oh, Chris got it. Chris got it. Raw Hammer Doom. Wow. Yeah, Chris got it. Chris, message me, or you could just text me because that's funny. Chris didn't even know that answer. Icon 2. I don't even know what that is. I recall you told us. I have I? I don't know if I have. Yeah. So the first bowling ball I ever drilled. I'll tell you guys a story. So in 2008, I was a senior in high school. Okay. I was on the basketball team and the volleyball team for my high school. And I was in between the seasons, and one of my buddies, Lucas, Inevitable Gaming, you might get the next one right. Yeah, Chris, just text me and we'll get you set up with a jersey. Hold on. I'll be right back. Just gotta get a bottle of water. I'm freaking thirsty. Yeah, Shim. So I'm 32. So in 2008, I was a senior in high school, living in Miami, Florida, and we were in between seasons. Like volleyball season or basketball season had just ended. Volleyball season hadn't started yet, and my buddy Lucas, who's on the bowling team, was like, "Hey, you should join the bowling team because we need somebody." And I was like, "Absolutely freaking not! No way do I want to join the bowling team." And he was like, "Oh, we get to no, it's not Dasani. It's Members Mark. You guys see that? Members Mark, which is Sam's Club. I said, absolutely not. I do not want to join the bowling team. What am I, a freaking nerd? And he's like, dude, you get out of school early to go practice. And I was like, okay, well, I get out of school early, get to go bowl for free. I could do it, whatever. So join the bowling team, house ball, house shoes, right? And first thing I bought was a pair of shoes, old Rickies, and still house ball because I didn't want my own bowling ball. And I did pretty good, probably average like 120, I don't know. But I was good enough that I qualified for like the districts, okay? And it was like an unbelievable experience. Just my first experience actually bowling against other people, and I'm just there with like a house ball that I brought home with me from Miami, Florida to Orlando, Florida at this bowling center called Boardwalk Bowl. And I don't know if you guys know the name, and actually let me know in the comments if you guys know this name. His name is Andrew Koff. Not Andrew Graff, my buddy, Andrew Koff. If you guys remember this guy, he had one of the best physical games that I've ever seen of anyone ever, even to this day. And I remember bowling against him. He was like a sophomore in high school, and I'm up there with my 14-pound purple house ball, and I shot like 130. He shot like 279 against me. And it was like, it blew my freaking mind at what I just experienced. I mean, my high game at that point was like 150. And I mean, it was unbelievable. The whole bus ride back home, I was like, I'm going to go buy a bowling ball. I'm going to learn how to bowl. So I went into the bowling alley. It's called Bird Bowl back home. And the guy who runs the pro shop is Michael Hamilton. And he has his pro shop, Mike's Pro Shop in Miami. If any of you guys are in Miami, definitely go check him out. Let him know I sent you. And I said, dude, I need a bowling ball. And he was going to put me in a Fury, Brunswick Fury first. But I wanted 14 pounds to start. I didn't want a 15-pound ball. He didn't have a 14-pound Fury, so he put me in a 14-pound Raw Hammer Doom, or Doom Raw Hammer, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that was my first bowling ball, and that's how I got started in bowling. I just started because I can get out of school early, and then some guy, Andrew Koff, who's like junior team USA, one of the best bowlers ever, who just quit bowling to go to school or whatever. And yeah, that's how I started bowling. Yeah, Andrew Koff. Oh God, drinking water after drinking Gatorade. Ugh. Yeah, so I'm 32. I graduated high school in 2008. Class of 07, Ricky. Damn, class of 89. That's when I was born, dude. My buddy destroyed me in bowling. That made me want to get better too. Yeah. I mean, so actually, what's her name now? She's married. Okay, here we go. So another really good story is my very first day ever bowling juniors, because back then you could bowl juniors till you were 21. So I'm bowling the juniors like scratch head-to-head league, and I'm bowling against Alyssa Harper, who now it's Alyssa Ferraro because she's married. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She put a whooping on me, and I was like, I can't believe I just lost to a girl. And just been obsessed with bowling ever since. I don't regret anything that I've done in bowling, and bowling has been everything to me for the last long time. All right. My first is the Columbia 300 Wrath. Nice. I had a blue dot. Great story. Bowl to get out of school early and turn it into a YouTube, into a career. Well, it's not a career yet, but I'm definitely trying. Definitely trying. Koff was a badass. Yes, he was. Why'd you move to Vegas? Chasing dreams. Mr. Stabby, have you ever bowled on wood lanes? Yes, but not in a very, very long time. It's probably been at least 10 years since the last time I bowled on wood lanes. Still have it? Nice. Definitely get a refit. So actually, ooh, I got another good one. Okay, I'll give away one more jersey. Ooh, because I almost spoiled it. I think I gave away the answer on a video like a couple months ago. Anyway, I still have the first ball I ever shot 300 with, right? And I've been thinking about getting it like plugged and re-drilled, like just for fun. So, name the first bowling ball that I ever shot 300 with. Whoever gets that right, need to do a collab with Shimwrecker? Yeah, let's do it. First bowling ball I ever shot a 300 with. Marvel S, negative. That's the first 300 I shot in Vegas. Talking about first ever. I will tell you a story about that. It was a Friday night, and my buddy texted me saying, "Hey, I need a sub." Alpha Crux now. My buddy texted me and said, "Hey, I need a sub. Can you come sub?" I said, "Yeah, I could do that." So then I show up, Alpha no, and in practice, game one, I struck every single shot. Could not believe it. In practice, game one comes, front 11, bam, shoot 300. I mean, I'm talking like 3 years after I started bowling. I started bowling in 2008. I think this was like in 2012. So 4 years after I started bowling. Phase two, no. And Columbia Beast, no. IQ Tour, no. Fury Road, no. And um, no. And so I shot 300. And then I think after that, I shot like 140. And then after 140, like 150. Like I barely shot 600. Louis, I sent you a message on Facebook Messenger. Let me check that real quick just to make sure. I got you. Thanks for allowing me to win the shirt. I'll take the Rotogrip Psychedelic Swirl. So can you send me a link just so I can make sure that I have the one that you're talking about? Just send me a link to the quick ship, and I got here the 2XL, and then I also need your address. Let me see. Let me go back and look. So Columbia Beast, no. IQ Tour, no. Fury, no. Black Widow, no. Diablo, no. Shock, no. Gravity, no. High Road, no. Invasion, no. Virtual Gravity was the daddy ball. Yes, it was. Virtual Gravity, no. Yes. Oh, Ryan got it. The Breakout. 900 Global Breakout. Yeah, so that's another reason why I've been liking the 900 Global brand so much is because my first 300 ever was with the 900 Global Breakout. And like I said, I remember that. Yeah, Brian, Global Ball. It was with the 900 Global Breakout. Oh, excuse me, guys. Hold on. Sorry. And then the funny part about this 900 Global Breakout is that it used to belong to a buddy of mine, Gary Fox. And then Gary Fox plugged it and gave it to my other buddy, Enrique. And Enrique threw it for a while, didn't love it. He plugged it and gave it to me. So it was a third drill. Lewis, do you have COVID? Yes, that's why. Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier. Yeah, that's why I'm isolating in my house. So it was a third drill 900 Global Breakout, and I barely shot 600 the first time that I shot 300, which was hilarious. Let me see. It was Global Ball. Yeah, it was a Global Ball. That was like before when Global was pretty bad. Cell, no. I still have my Invasion, Solid, and Virtual Energy Pearl in like new conditions. Yeah, I wouldn't mind an Invasion. Those balls were good. Lewis, do you have COVID? Yeah, oh yeah, we just got yeah. COVID freaking sucks, man. It's um definitely not the best thing ever. So, guys, anyone has? All right, let me see. G. I got the address, which I won't. Which I won't. I won't say on stream. So this is the jersey that G is gonna get right here. Hold on. Bam. Cool. G, just to make sure, you wanted a rotogrip one, right? Yeah. All right, I got you. Yeah, I am a big fan of those like loud jerseys. Loud anything, really. Aaron, do you think plugging and re-drilling a ball changes anything? Yes. And the reason is because the plug material is different than the core material that you're drilling into. Your especially if you drill into the core, it's different than the plug material. So it has to be different. If community questions are invited, then I want to ask y'all, what is your favorite league ball currently in production? Wow, that is a really good question. Well, for me, it's easy. It's the Hustle Camo and the Altered Reality. Um, the Altered Reality, especially, it's like one of those few balls that I've really enjoyed throwing with polish. Let me see. Do you think that global now is drastically different than what they were before Stuck them over? 1000% yes. I've actually said this a bunch of times about the reality and about the Zen. Um, I wholeheartedly believe that the Zen and the reality would have came out regardless. Um, just that if they wouldn't have acquired the 900 Global brand, that they would have been Storm balls, 100%. Are you going to do some PBA stops this year? Yes, actually. Well, I have a kid on the way. My son's going to be born in February, and um, I mean in March. And there's a PBA tournament, a regional here in Vegas in February that I'm going to try to bowl. There's a singles and then there's a doubles. If I can find a decent, or if I can find a horse to ride on for the doubles, then I'll bowl both. All right, Ricky, I'll catch you later, bro. Dark code for me. No, 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 no. Marlo, I sent you a message on Facebook Messenger with my information. Let me check. I'm not seeing it. Marlo, I'm not seeing that message, dude. On Facebook, not seeing it. Maybe it'll come up. I try sending it again. I just ordered a Camo, excited to throw it. Yeah, I hope you like it too. How does your league arsenal differ from your tournament arsenal? Sorry if you already answered. No, that's completely fine. So the last regional I bowled, I averaged I think 220 for the 8 games, and I threw the promotion the first 3 games, the UFO alert the next 2, and then the Zen the last 3. And so, oh, excuse me. And then, like the promotion, I don't throw in league ever. Same thing with the UFO alert, and I rarely throw my Zen in league. So I think that's how it differs. Typically, when I bowl on the PBA patterns and the tougher stuff, I end up throwing like stronger, more control pieces. Versus in league, like for example, in league, you can throw a shiny Altered Reality or a High Road Pearl on the fresh, but on a PBA pattern on the fresh, you'd never throw a shiny or shiny anything, but specifically not a shiny High Road Pearl, for example. Fatal Venom, yeah, it was a pretty good ball. IQ Tour solid, amazing. My first 200 ball, Apocalypse. I don't even know what that is. All right, Scott, take care. My first 300 was with a Brunswick Eclipse. Nice. Kmart ball. Thanks for the lunch break entertainment. Gotta clock back in. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Hey, thanks. Inevitable Gaming. I appreciate that. I end up selling my Zen. Oh, that sucks. That freaking sucks. Hey, Marshall Kent is an amazing, amazing person. Amazing person. He just texted me a couple days ago something that was very nice. So I know he's not watching, but Marshall, you're the man. Oh, for my doubles partner. Ooh. Let me text him right now. Actually, all right. I'm gonna text him right now. See if he responds. See if he responds on stream. Hold on. Can't find him. Maybe I don't have an open thread with him. All right. I'm texting him right now. I'll show you guys. All right. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get out of it. Can you guys see? I'm texting Marshall Kent there. I said, yo, man, the guys on my live stream want me to ask you if you'll bowl the member, non-member doubles with me in February. Say hi to the stream. So if he texts me back while the stream is on, I'll show you guys a response. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I wish he was still with Storm, but whatever. What can you do? Yeah, Angry. I threw the Shimwrecker. I did a review for it. Yeah, so Michael Martell and I we're going to continue to bowl doubles together in the future, but he can't in February, which is why I need to find another partner. What would be your strike song on tour? I don't know. Maybe a Taylor Swift song? Yeah. Yeah, so Rhino Page, I think, is not with Big Bowling anymore. I think he's a free agent. Brad, so I don't believe that there's any one greatest of all time bowling ball, but I definitely think that the Venom Shock is up there. Big must have given him the bag. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they paid him super well. I know that they're based in where he's from, up in Washington. So yeah, no. I mean, I remember recently seeing Rhino Page throwing non-big balls. Send you a friend request. Let me check. Oh my god! If Jason Eubanks ever made a TV show, that would be hilarious. Hit it harder. Marlowe, 25 mutual friends. I know all these people. All right, confirm. Marlo, I just accepted your friend request, and I just seen it here. Got your address, got the size. Marlo wants the comic. Man, it sucks. Let me take the brightness down, maybe. Oh, doesn't look that much better, but over here, oh, there we go. He wants the comic roto grip one. So Marlo, I got you. So what I'll do is after the stream, I'll send I'll start putting in orders, and then as I order them, I will send you guys confirmation. Original Ebonite mission. That mission was good. That red one was so good back in the day. I bet Storm Tom misses Tom Doherty. um, maybe, yeah. I mean, he's won a whole bunch of tournaments since then, but I think Tom is happy where he's at. I think that the Mission series is the best stuff Ebonite ever produced. Stop that, Ryan. Stop that right now. The Game Breaker. Hello. Collab with Eubanks would be dope. He's not too far in Arizona. Yeah, I think it would be super cool to collab with Eubanks, just because his game and my game are so different. I don't have urethane in my bag yet. I want to start doing tournaments. Is urethane a must-have? Honestly, yes, man. Christian, it pains me to say that, but yes. I currently have 5 or 6 urethane balls drilled, and you absolutely have to have one in the bag, because if the entire field is throwing urethane and you're not the one throwing urethane, it's not fun. A dumb question. There's no such thing as a dumb question. When bowling doubles, aside from finding someone who bowls well with you and you get along with, do things like style and the way they approach the lane conditions affect your choice? Style, not so much, because I bowled with Michael Martell the last doubles regional, and he's a lefty, so our styles are completely different. What I look for when I bowl with a doubles partner is A, someone who's going to take it as serious as I am. B, someone who I can trust, that I know that they're going to make the right decisions time after time after time. And then someone who's going to be on the same wavelength as me. So one of the things I really enjoy about bowling with Michael is that he's a very relaxed person. He doesn't get too excited, doesn't get too angry or emotional when he's bowling. Those 8 games, you couldn't tell if he was shooting 130 or 250. Not that he shot ever a 130 game, but those are the type of things that I look for when I'm going to bowl doubles with someone. I want to bowl with someone who I can communicate with, someone who I can have a good time with, not just someone who's just going to like put on headphones and just bowl. Let me see. Tom got a purple hammer. He's happy. Yeah, it's true. I'd like to see Storm bring the X Factor line to make a comeback. I think that'd be pretty cool. Do you think the spec cover can be used in place of urethane in that scenario? No. It's kind of like the same thing as the microcell polymer for motive. When you need urethane, it just ain't it. I was one of the people who really liked the spec cover. I only ever had it on the ProMotion though. But when you need urethane, Ryan, you better freaking not, man. When you need urethane, spec ain't it, microcell ain't it. And then I'm seeing here Korean. Let me try to copy and paste this for my Korean friend. Google Translate. No. Google Translate. Detect language. Okay, so my Korean friend says try 45-degree bowling with the elbow and tension and hit it in a cranker style. When you follow the slew, try hitting the thumb line, aiming between pins 1 and 3. That is the goal, my friend. That is the goal. Let me write that in here. Translate, get my little Korean on. I hope that this translates well. Basically, what I told him back was, look at Lewis over here recognizing Korean on site. Yo, I saw Squid Games. I can recognize Korean. No, this guy always comments on all my videos, so I've gotten used to going to Google Translate. Yeah, he might have said hit it harder in Korean. Maybe. I don't freaking know. I'm about to start speaking Spanish in my next couple of videos so people don't know what I'm talking about. Ryan, if you bring headphones to League, you're out. I missed the OG Crux. That thing got me through high school. It was banging. Yeah, the Crux is amazing. Oh my God. If anyone here has an Omega Crux, an undrilled Omega Crux, please message me. I want it. I have an undrilled 15-pound overseas Black Widow real monster that I will trade to anyone who can trade me a 15-pound undrilled Storm Omega Crux, which is a trade that's in your favor. Do you think Storm will ever bring the Marvel Pearl back or bring the... So I know for a fact that they will never bring back the Marvel Pearl because they did that once and no one bought it. But I definitely think that they can bring back the Marvel ball or the Marvel series. When you say you need urethane, other subjects ain't it, is that true for the UC3? No, the UC3 is a urethane ball, so you can definitely use that. I know a guy with a 15-pound new inbox Omega Crux. I'll hit you up on the Discord. Yeah, if they want a Black Widow real monster as a trade for it, or if you want to buy the Omega Crux and then trade it to me for the real monster, that would be amazing. Because I really want an Omega Crux. That's one of the balls that I absolutely wish I freaking had. But I was on staff with Motive at the time, and I didn't stash one because I thought I was going to be on Motive forever. How did that turn out? Yeah, so trade an Omega Crux for a Black Widow real monster. Whoever is receiving the Black Widow absolutely wins that trade all day. So the Omega Crux, it's a cinnamon scent, right? It has the catalyst core, so 250 RG, 052 differential, 017 intermediate differential, and has the GL20 pearl cover stock that comes out of the box at a 3,000 finish. Yeah, I'm sure Luke has one, but I just don't want to bug him. You know what I mean? I thought the UC3 is a hybrid urethane. Nowhere in the world does it say that it is a hybrid urethane. Marvel S was the nut. Marvel core with nano cover. What ball do you use when the lanes are burning up in League? So I typically go to like higher RG pearls that have somewhat high differentials. Think like Wolverine, Hyro Pearl, even the RSTX2 is a really good one. Just depends on how much of a cliff there is. Oh, is it GI? Oh yeah, it is GI. My bad. I thought it was GL. GI20 Pearl reactive cover stock. It says GI20 shines in frictionless environments. Respec. I have the Prime and Pro Motion, different shapes but similar early and slow. The Pro Motion will be faster, but I have yet to roll a ball that loves controlling from straight like the Prime. Yeah, all those spec cover balls. Hey, dude, sorry you're not well. Hope you get through this with mostly mild symptoms. Tim, thank you so much. Mostly have had mild symptoms. I heard the Nova is similar to the Omega Crux. It's just that core, man. That core is so good. The Prime is too chuggy from deep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't get left of the Prime. I recently got the Overseas Marvel Max Lee, which is the same, just 1,500 polish. Oh, the ball looks so good. I see you're rocking the new Apple headset. Is it worth it? Oh, yeah. Guys, this is the Apple AirPods Max. I've had them since they released. I freaking love these headphones so freaking much. But I mean, like, guys, like all iPhone, Apple Watch, on a Mac, iPads. I got air tags. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Air tag for my on my Jeep keys. Yeah, dude, even this. Look at this, man. I'm Apple everything, dude. Oh, you guys want to see what my Apple card number is? Just kidding. There is none. Full security. No card number on there. But yeah, so I love these headphones. Apple Beats. Actually, Apple owns Beats, so the Beats headphones are made by Apple also. But yeah, I mean, these headphones are expensive. They're like $550, but they're the best headphones I've ever had. I've been streaming now for an hour and 40 minutes, and they feel completely fine. The Apple Beats. Yeah, that's funny. I want a Crux Pearl. So actually, Anthony, there's a guy on Facebook who has been trying to sell me one. What else would you consider for that real monster? Mr. Stabby, send me a message on Facebook and let me know what you have. And then basically I'm actively trying to get rid of this real monster. Not because of anything. I want to trade it for something. I've been wanting an Omega Crux, but just message me with whatever you have. I have every Crux except the crystal. Oh, the overseas one's included? Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see another Crux soon. Oh God, I hope so. I freaking hope so, man. Now that I can throw whatever I want, I freaking hope we get a new Crux, man. Jesse, when do you use your hustle camo during league? So on the fresh, if there's enough friction, I typically won't go to it in transition because it's not enough differential. So on the fresh, I hit it with like a 2000 pad, use it on the fresh. One of the only storm balls I don't like. Kratos as it is, can do. Probably more that I'd be willing to pay. I think he wanted like $200 for it or something. What's your favorite overseas balls? So I haven't thrown a whole lot of overseas balls. The overseas balls that I have actually thrown was the Motive Raptor that came out overseas, the 2020 Revolt, the High Road Gold, and I think that's it. I have an undrilled Black Widow Real Monster, and I have an undrilled Raptor Supreme, which I'm never going to drill either one of those. So if anyone in here is interested in a trade for that Black Widow real monster or the Raptor Supreme, hit me up. But of the three that I've drilled, probably my favorite one is the High Road Gold. Or the Raptor. The Raptor was pretty good. Probably the Raptor. Jonathan Wong, yeah, Jonathan Wong. Yeah. When you're bowling, do you look down at the dots or at the arrows? So let me show you guys. Let me show you guys where I look. I don't like looking at the arrows because the arrows are not level. They're, so if I'm looking at first arrow or if I'm looking at fourth arrow, I'm looking at a different point on the lane, if that makes sense. You can't really see it, but okay, so just before the arrows, there's like a set of dots. That's a panel, right? That's typically my starting point. And then I'll look as close as the second set of dots, depending on if I'm playing really straight, I'll look at the second set of dots. And if I'm playing a little bit larger angles, I'll look at the set of dots just before the arrows. Because like I said, the arrows are more like this, right? So if you're looking at first arrow, it's way down here, but if you're looking at fourth arrow, it's way up here. So for that reason, I don't look at the arrows ever, because I don't like looking constantly at different parts of the lane as I'm moving left to right. Let me see here. Yeah, Anthony, just text me. Black Raw versus Hustle Camo. Hustle Camo all day. Hustle Camo is going to be one of my favorite balls this year. I've thrown the Virtual Tour exclusive. The ball's amazing. Yeah, my buddy Mike Villarreal loves his Virtual Tour exclusive. How long does it usually take to break in a ball? I got my IQ Nano Pro for the fresh, but it's coming in Brooklyn side right now. So if it's coming Brooklyn, just move left if you're ready. Just move inside. I don't believe in the break-in period of a bowling ball. A lot of people will buy a new ball and wait a couple weeks before they throw it in league. I'll drill a bowling ball right now and throw it in league in 20 minutes. Now, how can I put this? Sometimes a ball will settle down where it'll start to hook a little bit less over time, but it's not really a break-in period. It's more of the ball just losing performance. Yeah, I don't believe in like a break-in period. What equipment do you use to create videos for your ball reviews? So I'm actually one of the things I want to do is shoot a video that goes start to finish in like grave detail of what goes into making one of these videos. And if you guys are interested in that, just let me know in the comments. Like everything from the ball being drilled to the filming process, the editing process, the rendering process, the upload process, just to see if you got, like a full behind the scenes. For the price, the Hustle Camo is stupid strong. Oh yeah. $100 for that ball is stupid. OG High Road or Venom Shock. It depends on what situation you're looking for. If you're looking for a ball in the fresh, the Venom Shock. If you're looking for a ball to hook the lanes in transition, the High Road. So just depends. If you're asking about what camera I use the right here, iPhone 12 Pro Max. As soon as I'm up for an upgrade on this phone, I will do the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which has a better camera. Yeah, I don't have it up here. It's not in my isolation room. Actually, I have this camera that I started with, which is just an Olympus point and shoot. I started with this. Actually, I started with a GoPro, but that was terrible. Then I got this Olympus, and I didn't love it. Then after the Olympus, I got a Canon 70D, and that one was pretty good. And then I just realized that it's just so bulky and it's hard to get, what's in focus and stuff. So I ended up going to the iPhones, and then I use this Rode Wireless Go microphone that comes with some receivers and mics. Basically use all Rode products. I currently have a 5-ball arsenal. I'm looking to get my last ball, but I'd like to know what ball you would recommend to me. What kind of editing software do you have, and how long does it take to edit for a video? I'm thinking about doing some bowling vlogs. So Fred, I used to use Adobe Premiere Pro, but I recently bought a Mac, a couple months ago. I bought a Mac, so now I'm using Final Cut Pro. And I think that program cost me $300. And how long does it take? So, I mean, I've gotten like really good at where my fingers need to be for the editing. So on a 15-minute video, it probably takes me like, I don't know, if I don't stop, go straight. I mean, I usually stop, take a break. But if I don't stop, probably takes me like half hour to edit, half hour, 45 minutes to edit. And that's if I'm just like rushing through. But again, I've learned how to do that. I learned what keys I need to use. When I first started on Premiere Pro with Adobe, it would take me like 3 hours to edit a video. When I first started, and then when I converted from Premiere Pro from Premiere Pro to Final Cut Pro, it took even longer because the keys were all different. But now I love this program. If you have a Mac, I would highly, highly recommend the Final Cut Pro if you have a Mac. So better comparison: OG High Road versus Fatal Venom. High Road all day, every day. My current arsenal is Pitch Black, High Road Pearl, Prism Hybrid, Phase 2, and Spare. Probably something stronger like the Reality. Brad and Kyle said the editing is the worst. Yeah, I mean it's very monotonous, a lot of repetitive, but I love it, man. I love everything about it. I love, packing my bags, or even before that, I love figuring out what I'm gonna shoot, packing my bags, driving to the center, unloading my truck, filming, coming home, editing. That feeling of creating is my favorite part of this YouTube thing. If it wasn't for reviews and the need for direct comparisons, would you use different layouts for certain balls, or would you always use? So now that I'm doing all these reviews and comparisons, I only use one layout. But even before, I was only using like two or three layouts. I don't lay out. I was never a guy that did a million different layouts because the layouts matter so little in the grand scheme of things. Um, I mean, obviously, like you're not going to drill like a 7-inch pin and think the ball's going to hook at your toes, but the surface of the lane, sorry, the surface of the bowling ball is what's actually touching the lane. So definitely, that's the most important part. So pick a layout that's close that that rolls pretty good for you, and then change the reaction with the surface. That's why I do those surface review videos, is because a lot of times, like when I worked in the pro shop, someone would have like a 4-inch pin, for example, and then they want to move the pin like an eighth of an inch, and they want to spend the $60 because they want it to be just a little bit longer. You can just change the surface. That's the biggest thing. Do you think Columbia bowling balls will ever come back? I was wondering if they have the power to. Oh, probably not. I love my insight. Madness is continued. Yeah. Luke. Let me see. Let me tag his channel again here, because I bring him up quite a bit. I gotta figure out how to pin comments. Let me see here. Pin message. Okay, so I just tagged his channel, but Luke Rosedal said that the insight was one color away from being wildly popular, and I guess people don't like it. So I pinned it up there. If you guys don't follow Luke Rosedal, definitely check him out. Definitely check him out. Let me see. You don't necessarily need a spare ball. Yeah, I mean, I go back and forth between a spare ball, a urethane ball, reactive ball for spares, just whatever. 230 no spares? Hell yeah. Have you ever won a PBA regionals or been close before? So I've never won a PBA regional, but I've only ever bowled like 5 of them. My best finish ever was 11th at a regional. Yeah. I feel confident saying that I will win one eventually. I'm just not out there actively trying to win one, meaning I don't bowl like 7 or 8 regionals a year. I bowl 1 or 2. So, do you think that there is a ball out there right now that is so good that everyone needs to have in their bag, regardless of the style? Yes. It's the Rotogrip Rubicon UC3. It is the most special ball I've ever thrown. Not the best, but the most special. Altered Reality is a really good ball also. Intermediate bowler here. Just got the Venom Shock. Any ball you would recommend to get next when I get another? So if the Venom Shock is your only ball, Jacob, then I would recommend building an arsenal around the Venom Shock. So if you have a shock, I would get something that you can go to after the Venom Shock when you need to create some larger angles. I would really look at the 900 Global Wolverine. I think that's a really good one. That would be like a good little 1-2 punch for you. That's a highly respectable finish. Yeah, I mean, I still remember that day too. End of game 7, I hadn't looked at the scores once on purpose because I wanted to just stay in my process, stay in the moment. And we're waiting for game 8 to start, and the screen goes black, and the ticker comes over, and it shows the cut scores, right? And it said low to cash was X amount, and I was like, damn, I'm way above that, so that's good. I'm gonna cash. You know what I mean? And then they were only cutting to the top 8 in that because we didn't have enough entries. So, and then they said 8th place, and then they had a number, and I was above that number. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to make match play at this tournament. You know what I mean? Like, could not believe where I was in the standings. And then I shot 180 game 8. It was my low game that tournament. I opened twice, with my only 2 opens that whole tournament. And that 180 took me from 4th to 11th in one game. And yeah, that was my best finish at a PBA tournament, and I choked it up. But it is what it is. It was still a really good experience, very addicting experience too. You know what I mean? First ball, then I'm shocked. Second ball Zen. They're very similar in shape. My Zen being a pearl, it will give you a different look. I mean, maybe for you, but for me, the Zen and the Shock are completely different. I'll take my Black Widow Purple Urethane over the UC3. Yeah, Mr. Stabby, I don't doubt that the Black Widow Purple Pearl Urethane is better. The problem is that if you want another Purple Pearl Urethane Black Widow, it's going to cost you so much money, and it's going to be so hard to find. Whereas I can drill 3 UC3s almost for the price of 1. So maybe the Black Widow Purple Pearl is better than 1 UC3, but is it better than 3 UC3s? You know what I mean? The UC3 is far from urethane. If urethane today was the same as urethane from 30 years ago, and a lot of you throwing it. Okay, so real quick about this whole urethane topic. So the urethane balls that I have drilled, I have a pitch black, fast pitch, UC3. What's that other Storm one? The old one. Ooh, foggy. Supernatural. There we go. So I have the pitch black, fast pitch, UC3, Supernatural. I have a purple hammer, purple tank. What else do I have? 6. So I got 6 urethane balls, okay? And all of them, except maybe the Supernatural, all of them absorb oil. So the 5 that I have that are in current production, pitch black, fast pitch, UC3, pitch purple, or purple tank, and purple hammer, all 5 of them absorb some oil. And sure, some of them are faster than others in absorbing oil. Some of them are slower than others at absorbing oil. But when we think of the definition of what a urethane ball is, it means 0 oil absorption, okay? So by the standards of what urethane is, then none of them are urethane. None of them. So, and I don't even want to say this out loud, but one of the reasons I have a really big issue with radical bowling is because of the double cross, right? So they put out a statement with their double cross saying, this industry leading technology. No, hold on. Oh, did they take it down? No, they didn't. Okay, so the double cross for Radical says, the double cross is Radical's first ever urethane introduction. The double cross features the new course specifically designed to produce unprecedented urethane performance with an RG of 2.528 and a total differential of 0.035. The differential is higher than any urethane ball currently on the market. So the problem with that is that the UC3, which is a bowling ball, urethane ball that's on the market today, has a differential of 0.052 in 15 pounds. So the problem with that is that Radical is either saying that A, the UC3 is not urethane, or that B, they don't know that the UC3 exists. And both of those answers would be very dangerous rhetorics because by by definition, a urethane ball does not absorb oil. But I just told you that I have 5 urethane balls from 3 different brands, and all 5 of them absorb oil at some capacity, including the new Purple Hammer. Okay, so by definition, there really is no urethane balls on the market. So is the Double Cross the only urethane ball on the market, or are they just spitting out false narrative? So, Mr. Stabby, if you go to the website, it says here that it's a torethane pearl, right? But when you go to the bottom, it says here, finding it. It says here, the R&D team followed the chemistry path of pure urethane from yesteryear in order to find the answer to modern day struggle in terms of excessive friction. So, trying to find it here. I've never seen a Purple Hammer crack. You hate Radical. That's funny. Um, I don't hate Radical. I just hate a lot of the stuff that they put out. Like when they put out that statement about when they were comparing the Radical balls to the Motive balls, they were basically saying that because their balls hooked more, that they were better. When we all know that as bowlers, more hook doesn't always mean better. And that's the biggest problem that I have. So, like, the UC3 might be called torethane or whatever, but it's basically urethane, right? So it absorbs oil, yes, but it actually absorbs less oil or slower than the Motive Purple Tank. So does that mean that the Purple Tank is not urethane? Because when you go to Motive's website, let's go to the ball guide, click on the Purple Tank. It says purple solid urethane, right? But it absorbs oil, and it absorbs oil freakishly fast, considering it's a urethane ball. So what are we getting at here? What is the point of a company saying that they have the highest differential of all urethane balls on the market when it's not true? You know what I mean? So that's my big gripe with this whole urethane thing right now is that the people who are obsessed with Radical say one thing, the people who are obsessed with Motive say one thing, but let's just call it what it is. None of these balls are urethane by definition, but they produce a shape on the lane that's different than the reactive resin, and because of that, we're just calling them urethane. So, yeah, that's my big thing, you know? Yeah, I don't dislike any brand. I just don't like when they yeah, the perception versus reality. I don't like when a company says that my product is better because it hooks more than your product. Because it's a very dangerous rhetoric because then for the young bowlers, they think that they just need a ball that's going to hook more when that's not always the case. Hey, listen, I'm all for intercompany banter. Like the Wendy's Twitter is the best. They talk so much crap on McDonald's and Burger King and all this stuff, but they're not like spreading a false narrative or a false rhetoric. That's the big issue that I have with Radical Bowling. Made me switch brands. I went with Motive, thanks to you. Hey, Mr. Stabby, I appreciate that, man. And like I said, send me a message with what you have undrilled because I definitely want to talk. To be fair, Radical is making some good stuff now, though. To be fair, every company is making good stuff right now, but that's the only company that's like spreading a false narrative. Um, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, yeah, in every single perception versus reality. See, that's Ryan, that's so good because that's what gets me. In every single perception versus reality, the Radical ball always performed better every single time. So, according to Radical, they make the best bowling balls on the market, which of course they have to say that because as a company, you can't come out and say, yeah, this company is better than mine. But when you put out a video called Perception versus Reality, showing that your ball is better because it hooks more when compared to another ball for a different company, um, it's bad for bowling because I mean, how many people do they have to actually like? The one thing that doesn't lie is numbers. Okay, numbers don't lie. Humans lie. We all lie. Numbers don't lie. How many people are throwing Radical bowling balls on tour? That doesn't lie. I mean, there's more people throwing Motive than throwing Radical, and Radical's humongous compared to Motive. And then like my big thing is even when I was on staff with Motive, I called it the way I call it the way I see it. I'm not one of those guys who's going to yeah, I see zero people in my area throwing Radical except for the staffers. Um Obviously. You know what I mean? And there's some really good Radical staffers in my area, like Christina Lamoureux. Her channel's great, the Ratty Gal. My buddy Josh is on Radical staff. Great ambassadors for the sport of bowling. Um I forgot where I was going. Yeah, Motive let go of a lot of staffers, and a lot of them quit, myself included. All right, so we've been on for like 2 hours and 7 minutes now. If anyone has any more questions that they'd like to ask me, oh, let me check my phone and see if Marshall texts me back. Oh, of course he didn't. What a guy! What a guy! There are more Columbia 300 balls going down our league lanes than Radical. I wouldn't go that far. Where I bowl here in Vegas at South Point League, there's way more Radical balls than Columbia. What would be the next step up after using the Hustle Camo as my first reactive ball? I'd like to throw something a little stronger. The Zen. Are you going to try out swag equipment? Mr. Stabby, no. I talked about that earlier. I reached out to them twice when I first became a free agent about reviewing some of their balls, and they left me on red twice. So I will. I feel pretty confident saying that I will never throw a swag ball. Drill up the closer. Motive still has good stuff. No, they do. They definitely do. I only see maybe 2 staffers bowlers throwing Magnificent Seven stuff on Thursday. Oh yeah, you bowl at the Orleans. At South Point, there's a lot. Well, if you count all 7 brands, there's a bunch of them. I only see the Freelon. Are you considering being on Storm staff? So it's not really up to me what staff I want to be on. If a company offers me a contract, I will look at the contract, see if it's worth it, right? So there's pros and cons to everything. And if the pros outweigh the cons, then yes. If the cons outweigh the pros, no. Yeah, that's where I stand with that. Obviously, I love throwing the SPI brand balls. I've been loving the global stuff, loving the Rotogrip stuff, loving the Storm stuff. So if they send me a contract and it's worth it, then yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not opposed to being on staff. Thanks for answering. Hope you have a fast recovery. Christian, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jake, the Zen is amazing. Darren Tang said it best. Zen ball good. Definitely check it out. The only brand from seven brands. Yeah, Hammer's the most popular brand. I will never pay to be on staff. Yeah, that whole California Bowling LLC. If I have to pay to be on staff and I get nothing in return except for a discount, I'm not on staff. It's a membership club, just like creating the difference. I mean, I have at least one hammer in the bag at all times as of late for league, sometimes two, and then a mix of SPI and motive. Yeah, I mean, there's like I said earlier, all brands are making good stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, swag Lou, definitely not. Definitely not. Jake, I appreciate that. You were spot on with adding service to the camo. Yeah, that actually blew my mind because the camo with polish was really good for me too. And then I added the surface and it just, whew, I had the front 11 twice in a week with that ball. And then I got sick. So it might have been more. Fingers crossed. I love that motive stuff tends to use the good cores and lighter weight balls. Yeah, yeah, that's a really good thing. Don, how am I feeling? I'm feeling good, man. I feel very lucky that my symptoms have been very mild. I was double vaccinated and got the booster. So thankfully, my symptoms have been mostly minimal. You guys can hear it in my voice, a little congestion. I lost a little bit of my taste of smell, a little bit of my taste. Um, but it's weird. Like certain things I've been able to taste, certain things I haven't been able to taste. Like the weird one has been sourdough bread. Just cannot taste the sour at all in the sourdough bread. I've been making a lot of chickens, or my wife has been making me a lot. I haven't left this room in 5 days. Um, my wife has been making me a lot of like chicken sandwiches with like turkey stuffing on sourdough bread. No, it's definitely not swaglu. And if it was, it would be swagoo. And I haven't been able to taste the sourdough bread at all, which is a little bit annoying because I like sourdough. I was a fan of the eruption line from Colombia. Yeah, that are the eruption balls were pretty good, and that new pearl is supposed to be pretty good. Hopefully, after this, you'll have super immunity. Yeah, I mean, double vaccinated booster and COVID. My buddy Ryan too. I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's still. I don't know if he's still on here, but him and I are blood. We are COVID. Delta or Omicron? I have no idea. I'm thinking it's Delta because with Omicron, you don't really lose your sense of smell and taste. And the only way to really know definitively if you have Delta or Omicron is if you send it out to the CDC. And I'm just not going to do that. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a big guy. I weigh 270 pounds. I love food, man. So not being able to taste everything is just, yeah, Ryan, we are COVID. Our blood is gold. I was hoping to catch COVID before Christmas so I don't taste my wife's cooking. Oh, Don, that's horrible. Now, the one, okay, I mean, no, I'd rather not have COVID than have COVID. But the one thing that hasn't been too bad is that this is the absolute busiest time of the year where I work, because I work in the casino. And I got to miss Christmas and New Year's Eve and paid because I got COVID. So that's not too bad. Um, so we'll see. Waiting for Lewis's announcement that he's signing with Visible. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Visilu. Wow, I was able to catch the stream. Hope you are well. George, thank you for coming on. I'm trying to be well. Definitely feel like I'm getting better. The congestion is way less. But them tips though, yeah, I don't make tips, dude. I'm a supervisor. So make everything super spicy. You'll have your taste back again. Oh yeah, maybe I should try that. Last night I had a bowl of Spanish rice, shredded beef, and sweet corn, and I could taste the sweet corn really much. Lewis, we got to get together, talk about YouTube thumbnails. Dude, Brian, just talk to me, text me. You have my phone number, dude. Before you were in love with Darren Tang, you were in love with me, so come on. Nah, just kidding. Anthony, oh damn, never mind. Never mind about what? Am I bowling the tat? When is the tat? Let me look it up. True amateur. February 17th through the 3rd. Oh, yeah, it's the weekend after the regional. So I'm not bowling the tats because I'm going to bowl the regionals. Oh, yeah, yeah, Anthony. Sorry. Yeah, no tips, just an hourly. Can you give a three ball arsenal for a lower rev player, please, just starting out? So if you're a lower rev rate, what is your speed higher or is your speed a little lower? George, just let me know. Lower speed. Okay, so that means you're probably balanced. And because your rev rate's a little bit lower, I would tend to recommend stronger equipment. So on the fresh, I would recommend something like the Reality, the 900 Global Reality as like that strong benchmark, asymmetrical solid as your first ball. As your second ball, something to step down to, maybe like the Zen, the 900 Global Zen. And then as your game three ball, when you got to create a little bit more shape, I would really look at the Rotogrip RSTX2. So that's the 900 Global Reality, 900 Global Zen, and the 900 Global, and the Rotogrip RSTX2. Let me get you here. Copy. So this link that I just posted here, hold on. This link, I'm going to pin it. If you guys use that link to order anything from Bowler's Mart, I get a percentage back. And it is one of the ways that I'm trying to do this YouTube thing full time. So it's in the pinned comments. If you guys are going to order anything bowling related anyway, I would super appreciate it if you guys went through that link. I mean, it doesn't matter what, if you're ordering tape, if you're ordering a bowling ball, shoes, bags, rosin bags, chamois, um, anything like that at all. If you go through that link, it directly helps support me and the channel. So I really appreciate it if you guys do that. I've committed to 18 games of practice a week for New Year's resolution. So Don, if I was you, I would change the 18 games. Forget about how many games. Just practice the right way. So sometimes I'll go practice, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna bowl, let's say 5 games in the session. But as soon as I'm done working on what I'm working on, practice is over. You definitely don't want to overexert yourself. Or if you're just having a really bad bowling day, you don't want to try to bowl out of it. You really want, it's not about, it's the quality of the practice, not the quantity of the practice. That's the biggest thing I could tell you guys. I have the Gravity Evolved, Dark Code Zen, Original Idol, Hustle Camo. What would you add? What? We'll get rid of the dark code for sure. Something like in the middle. Let me see here. Something like a hyped hybrid or hyped pearl, something like that. Maybe something a little bit stronger, like the Honey Badger Intensity or the Wolverine, something like that. Stabby, okay, let me check. Hold on, let me make sure. It's Mr. Stabby. I have an extra. Okay. So it says here you have an extra Black Widow pearl urethane. Yeah, I'm not looking to pick up a like a Black Widow. I'm looking to swap it out for something else. But I'll definitely text you. We can chat a little bit here and there. Yeah, practice makes permanent. So bad practice also makes permanent. That's the biggest thing. Make sure to use your ad blocker when. Oh yeah, yeah. Also recommend Chrome. Yeah, if you use Google Chrome with no ad blocker, that's how I get the the credit, because if you use ad blocker, then I probably won't get the credit. Hey, listen, Brian, we can definitely work together, man. George, I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope I get better from COVID too, man. I'm desperately trying to get out of this room. My 11-year-old is speed dominant, have a jackal legacy and has 1,000, need a couple others for Arsenal 12 pounds. Yeah, definitely something like shinier for when you got to get out of that ball. Any thumb tape tips? I'm finding out that by the second game, I can't get out of the ball when I have textured white tape in front of my thumb. So what you can do is go to an interchangeable thumb system. I use the turbo switch grip, and that way you can go, as your thumb swells, you can just go into a different thumb. That's my recommendation. I'm working on stamina. Yeah, stamina is a really big thing. I'm a two-handed bowler. Do you think the dark code will work for high 17 or 18 mile rate? Yeah. I mean, if you're a high rev rate, high speed player, the dark code should look pretty good. Practice. We're talking about practice, Ryan? I'm supposed to be a franchise player. Are we talking about practice? All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. I have to desperately use the bathroom and get some food in me. And we've been on for 2.5 hours. I just want to say thank you guys so much for yeah, practice. I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for joining me in today's live stream. It really makes me feel like good that I've had 55 people watching this entire time, pretty much. And I know I gave away some jerseys, and that was all part of it. I just wanted to make sure I went through all of my giveaway credit. I didn't want to leave any on the table. But thank you guys. This really made me feel like some sense of normalcy. You know what I mean? Because being cooped up in a room for 5 days has been a little rough on my psyche. So I really wanted to do this. I'll probably get on again tomorrow because there's no league tomorrow anyway. But I'll probably get back on tomorrow just to chat bowling if you guys are interested. Have a good night and get better. Thank you. You will be well. Thank you. I appreciate it. 5 down, 5 to go. That's right. All right, guys. Till next time.